Namaskar, greetings to all of you. Welcome to my kitchen. I want to make good on the promise that I made to you a few days ago. I promised that I will bring you some recipes, and these recipes are the memories that I have that I shared with people who travel with us, with Dr. Naram, and basically the last food that we had together in my kitchen. And we had so many people here, and we were just a million miles away from the thought of not having Dr. Naram back in this kitchen again. I believe food is love, and I believe that food brings people together. I believe that your family members, your loved ones would really connect to the fact that your labor of love is going to nourish them, to nurture them, to bring them together and create memories that would last a lifetime. Dr. Naram was a foodie. He loved food. He loved and he enjoyed, every bite. And he had this habit that he would say, "Oh, this is the best whatever that I've ever had." And no matter how many times we prepared the same food for him, the moment that he would put it in his mouth, he would just make this face and says, "Oh, Mataji, this is the best whatever, best bread or the best, soup or the best vegetables that I've ever had." And of course, we did not take him seriously. We all would laugh and say, "Oh, you always say this." But I want to take this to my heart and believe that when he said that this was the best, it really is the best. So what is my job? My job is to share the best with you according to Dr. Naram. That is what I love to do. That is what I set out to do, and I will continue this. I have recipes that are a little bit complicated, and people say that to me, my friends, they say, "Well, could you make this a little bit easier?" And I've done my best to simplify them. And bring the most, I would say, the main characters, the main ingredients, and put them together so it would be easy, accessible, and something that we can all do in a short time. But also, he always told me that we're always on the road and we're traveling all the time. So we had a kitchen. We had a kitchen that we took with us. So on the road, in hotel rooms, we still cooked. I cooked. Miss Lisa always cooked the most delicious of all the mung soups ever. And we want to share that with you also. I know that many of you travel for your work, travel to places that you don't have the ability to cook and to eat the kind of home cooking that everyone should have. It should not be a privilege, it should be our right. So I will share with you those recipes as well. I would also like to share some recipes with younger people who are not very well equipped in the kitchen. They don't know their way around the kitchen, but they're heading towards college. They're going to live in small places, sharing a kitchen with other people, but they still need to keep with their diet. Some of these young people, they have been Dr. Naram's patients since they were born, and now they cannot all of a sudden give up the good habits and good cooking, good eating habits, because they don't know how to cook. So those recipes will be also shared. I guess we do a series of recipes, and we will pick and choose. I'm not really a professional in the kitchen. I cook with my heart. I cook with my soul, and I love and enjoy cooking. There is no joy better than cooking for people that they are hungry, they sit around the table and they crack jokes and they enjoy your food. And better than that is when everybody's silent and nobody talks. We always say that's a sign of good food. Nobody wants to talk and they're all eating. So anyhow, we will do these series with your blessings. Please write to me. Please let me know that if I'm doing a good job as far as, recipes are easy to follow, or the ingredients are easy to find in your area. If they are not, I will try and give different options and different suggestions, and we'll create this show together. We do it together. I get recipes from you, and you can send them to me. I will try them in my kitchen, and then when I perfected them the way that you want me to, with your permission, I will speak your name and I will share that with everyone. And I guess that would be fun. I guess that would be something also that I can learn from you. Now, having said this, we wanted to come up with some sort of a name. About, I would say about 3-4 years ago, Dr. Naram was completely adamant and insisting on the fact that I should share recipes with everyone. And because our diet is don't eat this, don't do that, don't, cut this out, cut this completely out, eat this once in a while. So patients always ask me, so what am I left to eat? And I would tell them there's tons of stuff to eat. There's so much that you can enjoy. But unfortunately, because I was always on the go, 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 I never had the time to, stay still, have enough time to come up with recipes, because I don't know how to cook with measuring cups and measuring spoons. So I just put a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then people ask me, how did you make this? And I would be just at a loss. I would say, I don't know how to give the recipes, but just do this and that. So that is not how a cooking show should be. That should be, a little bit more exact. So I would like to try those recipes with measurements and everything, and then share them with you. So Dr. Naram, we always traveled with him. We always went all over the world. And one of the habits that I had picked up was in restaurants and in hotels, I would always go to the kitchen, or I would call for the chef to come and create a different menu for us, because most of the time the things that are on the menu we could not have. We're vegetarian, gluten-free, dairy-free. We never take added sugar. So there were lots of, do's and don'ts. So I would always ask the chef to come to the table, and I would tell them, okay, this ingredient from this thing or this vegetable that you have, and a whole series of things, put them together, and I would tell them how to do it. Sometimes it was funny. They would actually let me go into the kitchen in a beautiful restaurant and allow me to, poke my nose into what they were doing. But then soon after, they would ask me to leave. So, but we ended up with really good food. And we also had, as I said, we had this kitchen that we traveled with, and we cooked. We cooked our daily food always, every single day. We also would like to teach you what we did on the road and how we ate. And either myself or Miss Lisa always cooked something delicious, and we had that for our meal during the clinic days. So now I know that I'm talking too much, but I just one more point I would like to bring to you, and that is that the name of this show. Dr. Naram, I always used to say in restaurants that I honestly would like to have home cooking, and it was like home cooking. Or if the food would come from the kitchen of a restaurant, it was really delicious, Dr. Naram would say, oh, this is like home cooking. And one day Miss Lisa said, we are going to call it home cooking. I have a company and I create many formulas that is called Amazing. So home cooking from Amazing, we just created this name, and Dr. Naram just loved it. He said that Om like the beginning of every prayer, every puja, every mantra that we speak is Om, and it's like the Big Bang theory. It's the sound that the universe was created with. I wish you all a fantastic experience in the kitchen. I know that we are all homebound. I know that it's the time that we all have to stay home and take care of our health and make sure that this coronavirus doesn't spread as rapidly and as extensively as it's unfortunately happening right now. But let's make this time a beautiful time. Let's make it a good time. If we can connect or reconnect with family members, let's get the children in the kitchen. I love children. I love children in the kitchen. I love them cooking. I love them learning. I love them smelling this beautiful smell of fresh vegetables and spices and everything. So allow your children to smell the spices. When they smell it, there is a part of the brain that responds to smells. You know, when you're little, you had something that smelled so delicious and so wonderful, and even in adulthood, when you get a whiff of that smell, all those memories just come rushing to your mind. So this is what's going to happen with your children if you allow them to be involved in the process of cooking, to be involved in the process of preparing food and smelling everything, and in the form that Mother Nature has given to us, and then creating something that is just so divine and so delicious. So welcome to this home cooking. I want these recipes to be part of your family recipe or your heirloom, and enjoy it. And every time I make any of these recipes, I will send a loving prayer to Dr. Naram and the blessings of yours. God bless you. Thank you so much. And I send you all my love and namaskar.